Hello everyone, Ben Benson Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing another review. Today's review is going to be on the Takealong Henry. Okay, here's some history on Takealong. In 2002, Learning Curve, the makers of the Thomas Wooden Railway, made a die-cast range of Thomas the Tank Engine toys called Takealong. Takealong replaced Ertl that year in the US, and it replaced Ertl in the UK and Ireland in 2004. The big thing about Takealong is that they have magnets instead of the coupling system Ertl had with the hooks and the pins and whatnot. So yeah. Henry was one of the very first models made in the range. Now they were pretty accurate, but some models had to take liberties with the wheel sets, like Gordon and Murdoch, for example. But I think they really did a very good job. Takealong was criticized a lot, but I really like Takealong. I really do. But we'll save my opinions on the range for later. Let's go into the close-up of Henry. Okay, now we're going to take a closer look at Henry. Let's take him off. Let's look at his face. Face is very accurate to the television series. Really like it. Paint is nicely applied. There are some chips on it, but it's alright. What Takealong did, which I really appreciate, is that they put cab detail inside, as you can see, with a pretty cool yet very unrealistic firebox. But that's just nitpicking. Henry is depicted as a 460, which is correct. Like I said, they took liberties with the Takealong models. Like, if I get Gordon, for example, as you can see here, he is a 262, when in actuality Gordon is a 462. They had to take liberties, but this video is not about Gordon. By the way, if you're wondering where Gordon's tender is, I can't find it right now. Big sad. His pistons are on there, and they're nicely painted. Come on, zoom out. There we go. Top. Very nice. Very high quality metal, too. Bottom, he is, well, first of all, you can see his name right there. Don't know, come on, focus camera. It's not focusing, but my camera likes to do that. Likes to not focus on things when I want it to. He's dated 2002, so this is a first edition of Gordon. Henry, God. Gordon, look what you've done. Let's look at his tender. Nice paint job. Not really much to it, it's just nice. Although, one thing I didn't really like about Takealong is that, like, with tender engines, they put buffers, like, behind Henry and in front of the tender. Or, like, you know what I mean. Which, in actuality, steam engines, even British steam locomotives, don't have, like, buffers and, like, regular style couplings. Even in America, like, I'm going on a tangent. I'm very sorry. If you're wondering why I'm stuttering and making a lot of mistakes, is because these videos are unscripted, like I've said a billion times. And, yeah. And my brain is fried right now, like completely fried. Like, I don't know. Very sorry if I'm, like, sounding very unprofessional right now. So, yeah, that was Henry. Okay, now we're gonna get into, how the magnets work. Now, the cool thing about Takealong is that they had smart magnets. If I bring in an engine, for example, we're gonna be using Edward, who I may or may not do a review on in the future. Now, they can couple up like this. They can also connect like this. Like this. Like this. Like this, or whatever. You know, I really like the magnets on Take Along. I think they're a much better coupling system than Ertl. And it's not like Wooden Railway where it's just one way. Although they did use one-way magnets for later Take and Play, which, let's be honest, later Take and Play, like 2014 to 2016 Take and Play, really sucks, like, hard. It like, really sucks. Pretty cool. Okay, so you might be wondering, oh, Ben Benson Studios, where is, Henry's Take-Along character card? I'm gonna explain. So, when I got Henry, he did not come with his, character card. For example, if you don't know what character card is, Learning Curve included these little cards that told you about the engine and who they were and what the color was and their description and blah blah blah. For example, I'm gonna use Edward's card, for example. Got a good idea of what that's about, but I don't have Henry's character card, unfortunately, so big sad. So, just explaining that to you guys, if you were wondering where Henry's character card is. I may get his character card one day. I don't know, we'll see. But, yeah. That's why I don't have his character card, and I'm sorry. So, overall, what do I rate this item? I rate this item, I know I'm going to sound crazy for this, but I rate this item a 9 out of 10. Learning Curve tried very hard to replicate the spirit of Henry, and I think they replicated it well. The reason why I give it a 9 out of 10 is because, well, I just explained. Why the fuck am I repeating myself? But, yeah. What's keeping this away from a 10 out of 10 is the minor nitpicks I have with it. But, yeah, it's not too... They're just nitpicks. They're not, like, grudges against it or something. But, yeah. Now, if you want your own Take-Along Henry, then, like I always say, check eBay, check your local flea market or thrift store. But how I got this one is actually very cool. And I'm going to tell you the story of how I got this. By the way, I'm sorry about the lighting problem. So when I went to Strasburg Railroad with Yo-Yo Evan in October of 2019, I met, me and Evan, met Edge Trains. Now, if you don't know who Edge Trains is a very well-known user in the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom. He makes amazing content. I really recommend you guys subscribe to him on YouTube. Well, he's not really that active on YouTube anymore, but yeah, definitely follow him on Twitter and subscribe to him on YouTube. And if you want to be even more generous, I really recommend you support him on Patreon, too. If you're that generous. To help him out during these rough times that we're going through. But, anyway, back to Strasburg. So, Ed was selling a bunch of Trackmaster and Take-Along stuff at Strasburg that he recently bought. And Evan got a Trackmaster Skarloey, and I got a Trackmaster Whiff, and this Henry that you're seeing right in front of me. He sold it to me for about $10, which was pretty good. Like, really, really good, because if you look on eBay, like, I looked on eBay earlier today, and I saw, like, Take-Along Henry go for, like $25, and I was like, are you shitting me? But, yeah, I bought it from him for $10. Really good deal. And I will forever cherish this in my collection. But I almost lost this, because one night I was staying at the Red Caboose Motel, and Henry was in my pocket. I know it's kind of wrong to have like a take-along engine in your pocket or something, but I don't know. My brain is like completely fried right now. There will be a lot of bloopers, but yeah. So I was at the Red Caboose Motel. I was outside, and Norfolk and Western 611 was going by, because around that time 611 was visiting Strasburg. For those of you who don't know, Norfolk and Western 611 is my favorite steam locomotive of all time. And I was foaming over 611 because I was like, oh my god, 611! I'm sorry. My camera stopped recording, so that's why it kind of cut off. Where was I? Oh yeah. So anyway, I was foaming over 611, and Henry fell out of my pocket. Yeah. And I could not find him for like an hour. But I eventually found him. He was actually in a ditch right next to the train tracks that 611 and 90 just went by. For those of you who don't know, 90 is one of Strasburg's locomotives that they operate. I love 90, especially with her Reading 6 chimes. She's like the main reason why Reading 6 chimes are my favorite type of steam whistle, but enough about Reading 6 chimes. This is about Henry. So yeah, I found him, and it was all good. And, I've cherished him ever since, and I've taken care of him. Edge Trains, if you're watching this, sorry I almost lost, the Henry that you stole to me. I was just not thinking and was just, like, so hyper over 611. But, yeah. Also, Edge Trains, if you're watching this, again, if you're watching this, thank you so much for this, Henry. Just thank you so much, my dude. You're an amazing guy, and I freaking love your work. Thank you so much, dude. But, anyway, that was the Take Along Henry review. I hope you all liked it. The next review is going to be on the Take Along Bill and Ben, which will come out later today. So that means you guys, the viewers, get 2 reviews in one day. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, this is Ben Benson Studios, signing out. Bye, everyone. And now, some bloopers. Enjoy. Okay. Here's some history. That's just fucking great. Okay. So here's some history on the Take Along brand. In 2002, Learning Curve, the makers of the Thomas Wooden Railway, decided to release their own line of die-cast Thomas the Tank Engine coil. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, so here's some history on the Take Along brand. In 2002, did this just fucking